I thought I knew everything about you, and it turns out you're a sleepwalker. I found that out today.
Yeah.
And you're a serious sleepwalker. I mean, this gets you in trouble.
I take it seriously.
Yeah.
No, I
study
do.
hard.
I sleepwalk.
Yeah.
I sleepwalk, which is kind of troubling.
Well, it's kind of scary, right?
Well, there's nothing you can do about it. Either you do or you don't, and I happen to be one of those people who does. This is the most embarrassing one I think I've ever done, and it just happened to me. I've been flying all over the place promoting the 2 biggest box office hits in the world, bitches. And thank you. So
you're catching on.
All right, so. Okay, 2 flaws. 1, I sleepwalk. 2, I'm one of the most judgmental people in the world. It's a character flaw. I can't help it. I'm a very judgmental person.
So you can sleep judge?
I can sleep judge. That's good. I can sleep judge.
Good.
So it's a talent.
Yeah.
So I'm getting on a plane like 5:30 in the morning in New York to fly here. And I'm at the airport and I see the Kardashians. Now, I don't know anything about them. I know who they are. My wife watches the show sometimes, so I've seen them on TV. And there's the Kardashians about to board the plane. Bruce Jenner, the mom, a guy who I found out later was the son. He was with them. He looked like them. He had 2, what do you call it?
Thumbs.
Blackberries going.
Thumbs.
He did have 2 thumbs.
Good.
And he's like got 2 Blackberries going at 5:30 in the morning at the airport. I'm like, yeah, that doesn't look nefarious at all.
Yeah.
So, and there was one girl with him. It wasn't Kim, and it wasn't the big tall one. That's all I know, right? So it's the Kardashians. I immediately am like, look at them. Look at them in my head.
Right.
I'm like, they have no talent. You know what I mean? What do they do for? What do they add to society? Nothing.
Right.
And look at me. Look at me.
So you're feeling pretty good.
Oh, in my own mind, I'm like, I am such a great celebrity. You know what I mean? I'm so talented. I'm such a nice guy. I contribute so much to society.
Wow.
We board, and they've got a lot of bags and suit bags. And they're being kind of troublesome, asking for all kinds of help. And I go to my seat, and there's a guy there who looks like a federal marshal, to be honest with you. Okay? And I even give him the thing, and he goes like. About them. So I'm like, yeah, we all know they suck, right? Look at them and then look at me.
Yeah.
Right? So now I know sometimes when I fall asleep on a plane, although it hasn't happened in a long time, that I might have a nightmare or sleepwalk, right? So I never, if I think I'm going to fall asleep, I don't have anything around me. I don't have water or anything. And that morning I knew I'm falling asleep. Kardashians are all over there. I'm on the left-hand side of the plane, right? So I tell the stewardess, no, don't wake me up. I'm probably going to fall asleep. I get rid of the water she gave me. I got no water, no nothing. I fall asleep. I wake up, and I'm standing over the federal marshal guy going, all the Kardashians are over in a corner, scared crapless, like this. Bruce Jenner is out of his seat and in a karate pose like this towards
I believe that.
I'm like standing over the guy, and the federal marshal guy's trying to grab my hands, and I turn, and the stewardess is going, Dennis, Dennis, Dennis. And I have an empty water bottle in my hand. I'm completely soaked from head to toe. My crotch is completely soaked. The federal marshal guy is completely soaked. And he grabs me with the stewardess, and they take me to the galley. It ends up, he's a real federal marshal.
Of course, yeah.
And he's like, dude, what the hell, man? And I'm like, I'm really sorry. He's like, are you on drugs? I'm like, no, this is just me. This is just me.
This is what I do. This is my thing that I do.
I tell the stewardess, like, I'm so sorry, I sleepwalked. She's like, you should have told us. We had no idea. She said, out of the blue, you started kicking the seat of the guy in front of you and growling, "Arr, arr, arr," and kicking the seat, right? And then the federal marshal guy grabbed you, and you grabbed his water and opened it and stood over him like King Kong. I went, "Arr!" And then you poured the rest over yourself. So now I have to walk back to my seat. First I'm like, well, at least, it's been so long, because I felt like I'd slept for so long, like we'll be landing soon. She's like, no, we got 4 hours and 45 minutes to go. So I go back to my seat, and I try to apologize to the guy whose seat I supposedly kicked, and he goes like this, right? And I realize everybody's looking at me like I'm some kind of weirdo. And Bruce Jenner has his headphones back on, but he sees me and he goes, and I'm like, oh my God.
That's really the only expression he can make.
I mean, really, at this point. So, I would like to apologize to the Kardashians on national television. Oh my God. All I can hope is they thought it was Willem Dafoe and not me.